Hello everyone, this is Ajisha, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. This topic deals with performance management, career planning and management. On completion, students will be able to explain what is performance appraisal, understand the process in performance appraisal, elaborate the methods in performance appraisal. Let us first see what is performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is the systematic evaluation of the performance of employees and to understand the abilities of a person for further growth and development. Performance appraisal is generally done in systematic ways which are as follows. 1. The supervisors measure the pay of employees and compare it with targets and plans. 2. The supervisor analyzes the factors behind work performances of employees. 3. The employers are in position to guide the employees for a better performance. Why do we need performance appraisal? Performance appraisal can be done with following objectives in mind. 1. To maintain records in order to determine compensation packages, wage structure, salaries raises, etc. 2. To identify the strengths and weaknesses of employees, to place right men on right job. 3. To maintain and assess the potential present in a person for further growth and development. 4. To provide a feedback to employees regarding their performance and related status. 5. It serves as a basis for influencing working habits of the employees. 6. To review and retain the promotional and other training programs. Now let us see how performance appraisal is done. Which is the process of performance appraisal? First, establish performance standard. Communicate the standard to employees. Measure actual performance. Compare actual performance with standards. Discuss the appraisal with employees. Initiate corrective actions. Next, let us see the methods of performance appraisal. There are two methods: traditional and modern methods. In traditional methods, there is a list shown here. First is ranking method. It is the oldest and simplest formal systematic method of performance appraisal in which employees compared with all others for the purpose of placing order of worth. The employees are ranked from the highest to the lowest or from the best to the worst. If there are 10 employees to be appraised, there will be 10 ranks from 1 to 10. Paired comparison method. In this method, each employee is compared with other employees on one-on-one basis, usually based on one trait only. The rater is provided with a bunch of slips, each coining pair of names. The rater puts a tick mark against the employee whom he considers the better of the two. The number of times this employee is compared as better with others determines his or her final ranking. The number of possible pairs for a given number of employees is ascertained by the following formula: n1/2, where n equals the total number of employees to be evaluated. Grading method. In this method, certain categories of worth are established in advance and carefully defined. There can be 3 categories established for employees: outstanding, satisfactory and unsatisfactory. There can be more than 3 grades. Forced distribution method. This method was evolved by Tiffin to eliminate the central tendency of rating most of the employees at a higher end of the scale. The method assumes that employees' performance level conforms to a normal statistical distribution i, 10, 20, 40, 20 and 10%. This is useful for rating a large number of employees' job performance and promoability. It tends to eliminate or reduce bias. Forced choice method. The series of statements arranged in the blocks of 2 or more are given, and the rater indicates which statement is true or false. The rater is forced to make a choice. HR department does actual assessment. Advantages: absence of personal biases because of forced choice. Disadvantages: statements may be wrongly framed. Checklist method. The basic purpose of utilizing checklist method is to ease the evaluation burden upon the rater. In this method, a series of statements, questions with their answers in yes or no, are prepared by the HR department. The checklist is, then, presented to the rater to take appropriate answers relevant to the appraisee. Critical incidence method. In this method, the rate focuses his or her attention on those key or critical behaviors that make the difference between performing a job in a noteworthy manner, effectively or ineffectively. There are 3 steps involved in appraising employees using this method. Graphic rating scale method. The graphic rating scale is one of the most popular and simplest techniques for appraising performance. It is also known as linear rating scale. In this method, the printed appraisal form is used to appraise each employee. The form lists traits, such as quality and reliability, and a range of job performance characteristics, from poor to excellent, for each trait. The rating is done on the basis of points on the continuum. The common practice is to follow 5-point scale. Essay method. Essay method is the simplest one among various appraisal methods available. In this method, the rater writes a narrative description on an employee's strengths, weaknesses, past performance, potential and suggestions for improvement. Its positive point is that it is simple in use. Field review method. This is an appraisal done by someone outside employee's own department, usually from corporate or HR department. Advantages. Useful for managerial level promotions when comparable information is needed. Disadvantages. Outsider is generally not familiar with employee's work environment. Observation of actual behaviors not possible. Confidential records. Mostly used by government departments, however its application in industry is not ruled out. Here the report is given in the form of Annual Confidentiality Report, ACR, and may record ratings with respect to following items: attendance, self-expression, teamwork, leadership, initiative, technical ability, reasoning ability, originality and resourcefulness, etc. The system is highly secretive and confidential. Next, in modern methods, the first method is management by objectives. It means management by objectives and the performance is rated against the achievement of objectives stated by the management. Advantage: it is more useful for managerial positions. Disadvantages: not applicable to all jobs. Allocation of merit pay may result in setting short-term goals rather than important and long-term goals, etc. Behaviorally Anchored Rating Scale Method, BARS. This method has been recognized as the most effective performance appraisal methods and gives the most precise result. In this method of performance appraisal, the employee is anchored as a good, average or poor employee based on the overall performance and behavior evaluation. Assessment centers. An assessment center is a central location where managers may come together to have their participation in job-related exercises evaluated by trained observers. It is more focused on observation of behaviors across a series of select exercises or work samples. Assessors are requested to participate in basket exercises, work groups, computer simulations, role-playing and other similar activities which require same attributes for successful performance in actual job. 360-degree feedback. It is a technique which is systematic collection of performance data on an individual group derived from a number of stakeholders like immediate supervisors, team members, customers, peers and self. In fact, anyone who has useful information on how an employee does a job may be one of the appraisers. Last is human resource or cost accounting method. Analyzes an employee's performance through the monetary benefits he or she yields to the company. It is obtained by comparing the cost of retaining an employee and the monetary benefits or contributions an organization has ascertained from that specific employee. I hope that, on completion of this video, students will be able to explain what is performance appraisal, understand the process in performance appraisal, elaborate the methods in performance appraisal. Hope this video benefits you. Thank you.